Good afternoon. My name is Matt Brannon, and I will be proposing an idea of reorganization and additions to the fitness center. The needs that I will be addressing in this proposal are the need for a more inclusive fitness center. At Wisconsin Lutheran College, it's important to understand that 50% of our students are student athletes, and 50% of our students are about 50%, I should say, are non-athletes. So we must take into consideration that with the construction of a very team-friendly training center, which has been absolutely outstanding, it is top-of-the-line equipment, top-of-the-line training facility. However, with the addition of that sports performance center, you have seen a decrease in the amount of weight equipment upstairs accessible to regular students during hours that the sports performance center are occupied by teams. So these non-athletes are forced to go downstairs during these team training hours and use the equipment during their slotted workout sessions. This takes away from the team-friendly training center, and it provides an environment that is less conducive to a relationship bonding and team growth aspect. In addition to all of that, there is a need for ample equipment to support the growing student population at WLC. I think in the 4 years that I have been here, I have seen a consistent growth in the amount of students that WLC has, and this population will only continue to grow over the next few years. Some of the existing strengths of the current construct of the fitness center and sports performance center, as previously stated, the sports performance center is a great area for teams to go and work out together and bond and develop strong relationships that are essential for on and off the field success. These relationships are essential because your teammates are the people that you go to with questions regarding anything athletically. Most of them have some of the same classes as you, so if you're struggling in certain classes academically, you can go to them with those issues. It's also important from a personal side of this. If you're having troubles at home or with friends or any other outside of the academic and athletic world, you can go to your teammates and discuss these things, and it's very beneficial to have these relationships for your mental health. It's very beneficial. In addition to the team bonding, access to cardio equipment for physical health maintenance is very important. We have there's no shortage of treadmills or ellipticals in the fitness center. So students and faculty are definitely able to go to the fitness center to make sure that they are maintaining their cardio health. And it also provides a very good stress management and mental health outlet. I don't think it's any secret that working out can be a very good way for students to get out of the house and forget about their academic stresses for a little short period of time. And it is important that people do prioritize their physical health. And this facility does provide the ability for students to prioritize their mental and physical health through cardio workouts and at certain times weight training workouts. However, some of the existing weaknesses of the current construct of the fitness center, there is a lack of weight equipment upstairs, and as previously stated, this lack of weight equipment will take away from the ability for teams to develop those strong bonds with their team, because those who are non-athletes at WLC will be forced to go downstairs to seek out weightlifting equipment so that they can use that to obtain their desired goals. In addition to that, the fitness center is a very confined and overcrowded area. There is not a whole lot you can do to work on this and to make this better. However, there isn't a whole lot of space for students to do certain exercises and lifts within the walls of the fitness center. You are forced to go into the hallways, which could be potentially distracting to the faculty members that are working in the offices surrounding the fitness center. In addition to that, some of the weighted machines that are in the fitness center are rarely, if ever, used, and might just be taking up space, which provides and just adds to the overcrowded and cramped space. Some of the opportunities that I see when I think about this proposed idea: it provides a more inclusive area for all students, those who want to pursue their cardiovascular health and increasing their cardio training, and those who wish to pursue strength training. With the removal of some of the equipment to create space for the weight training equipment that will be purchased and brought in, you will create more free space for students and faculty that will be using this equipment to be able to do all the exercises within the walls of the room, which will thus create less distractions for the employees and the faculty members that are working in and around the area. In addition to all of these, the increase in weight training equipment in the fitness center provides more of an ability for these sports teams. For example, the men's soccer team has about 25 players. They will have, with the increase in weight equipment, non-athletes will be upstairs in their fitness center in that area that's designated for them during these times. And when the men's soccer team has their time slotted off in the sports performance center, there will be no one but men's soccer players and coaches down there, so they're able to develop really strong connections with each other. As stated, these connections are very important to athletic, academic, and personal successes. As part of the continuing theme, this is something that will be beneficial for accommodation of the growing student population. In addition to all of the strengths, weaknesses, and the opportunities, I must also discuss some of the threats that this proposal brings to the table. It is expensive. It can be expensive. In talking with Coach Donovan, he estimated about $20,000. You will also see shortly that this proposal introduces an idea of moving some of rather than getting rid of and just tossing some of the equipment that's going to be removed from the current fitness center, moving it and dispersing it throughout campus and moving it to Aspire and some of the study hall rooms that are rarely used. So having that, if a student uses that fitness center in the Aspire building and they get hurt, the college could potentially be liable for those injuries. In the interview with Coach Donovan, he mentions that by removing cardio equipment and adding a weight rack, you would take a large footprint of the room, and this would be wasted space for many of the students who only do cardio. So seeing that decrease in cardio equipment could also be a threat, because not having a centralized area for these students to go do cardio, having to walk over to the fitness center, check, see if there's any treadmills open. If it's not open, then you have to walk back to Aspire, see if there's anything over there that you can use. This could potentially also be an issue. So for the implementation, I am proposing that Wisconsin Lutheran College remodels the current fitness room To do this first, I propose that space has to be created to accommodate these additions. So relocating two ellipticals, 3 treadmills, the current dumbbell set, and the lower back machine, the ab machine, and all of the other weighted machines except for the leg extension machine, the hamstring curl machine, and the lat pull down machine. These machines will be placed on the second floor of Aspire in a new fitness center for those students who wish to still have access and to use them. In addition, the 2 ellipticals and the 3 treadmills will be dispersed throughout the 5 different study rooms in Aspire, along with placing the current dumbbell set that is in there in that second floor study hall room. Now that all of this equipment has been moved out, there is enough space for us to bring in 2 weight racks and a new dumbbell set and an improved dumbbell set. This provides students who wish to prioritize their physical health through weightlifting more options to do so, while also not minimizing the opportunity for students to access cardio equipment. It might be less convenient, but the opportunity and the access to it is still there. I'm also proposing that this would be phase 2 of the Rex remodel, with phase 1 being already completed with the completion of the construction of the Sports Performance Center. So the phase 2 would be the rearrangement of the current fitness center and the addition of more weightlifting equipment. As you can see here, this is an estimate of how much it would cost in order to purchase the equipment alone. There would be also potentially more fees and moving fees for moving the equipment to Aspire, as well as any setup fees or any other fees that could potentially go into this. So 2 weight racks would come out to be about $4,000. 2 benches would be about $1,800. 2 barbells would be $460. 2 platforms would be $1,400. The weights themselves, the 45-pound plates and etc., those would be about $600 total for 2 different sets, and then $400 in bands. Altogether, when you add in the dumbbells and the dumbbell rack, this for equipment alone will run up to about $20,000. So it is expensive. In order to pay for that, I propose that either one of these or some sort of combination of the 3 of these departments or individuals or parties would potentially pay for this. A donor is a little bit self-explanatory. The reason I put in the athletics department in here is because the facility is located within their domain. It is located in the Rex, so it only makes sense to have them potentially pay for part of this. And my rationale behind including Residence Life in this is because the primary purpose of the fitness center is to improve living conditions for those that are residing on campus. It is an enhancement of residence life. I thank you so much for giving me your time and attention today. I hope you appreciate and consider this proposal. Thank you.